Hello, it's Natasha at Craftover with me. Thank you for joining me today. Today we'll make simple cards using Inked Floral set from the latest Pinkfresh Studio October release. This is a wonderful set which has lovely sketchy outline images as well as solid images, and you can use outline images and color them with the medium of your choice, or you can use solid images and your favorite inks just to stamp flowers when you don't have time or you're not that much of a colorer. So really beautiful set with several lovely floral clusters. So what I'm doing first, I'm arranging all the outline images from the set to stamp patterned paper basically. So I'm using my Misty for that. But a great thing about this set is that you don't really have to use Misty. The sketchy nature of this set enables you to stamp quite freely, and as you will see later, you don't have to use Misty even to stamp your solid images. So I'm stamping this arrangement in light grey ink, that is fog ink from Simon Says Stamp. And from this panel for the design that I'm doing today, you can actually make up to 3 cards. But I will create only 2 cards today. Now I'm filling the remaining spaces with smaller images to make sure that the whole panel is covered with these lovely florals. And so I plan to use this stamped panel to cover about 1/3 of the card. And now I need to make a focal point. For the focal point, I've chosen one of the floral elements from the stamp, and I stamp it also in grey ink, but a bit darker. That is smoke grey ink from Simon Says Stamp as well. So I thought that grey ink would give a softer look to the card rather than using black. And there are coordinating dies, which is great because I'm not that good at fussy cutting. And what I love about Pinkfresh Studio dies, they come on a magnetic sheet, which makes storing really easy. So for the first card, I'm using Malibu Blue and Odor Blue from Simon Says Stamp and Falling for Blue from W+9. Again, one more great thing about Pinkfresh Studio packaging is that you have guidance on the back of their package, which actually shows you how to use this stamp, and it is actually quite helpful, and I often refer to it. So now, using the guidelines, I'm stamping the flowers, and for the biggest image I'm using the lightest ink, which is Malibu Blue, and there is a notch on the solid image which should be aligned with a notch on the outline image. But as I said, the set is quite sketchy, and you don't really have to line it that precisely. And as you see now, their ink was a bit too light for my taste, so I stamped it the second time, and I didn't have to use Misty or anything, and it stamped perfectly fine. And I stamp next flowers in Odor Blue ink, which is a bit darker, and I stamped the smallest pieces in Falling for Blue from W+9. I also decided to add a strip of dark grey cardstock to separate my stamped panel from the white card. And for the sentiment, I'm using one more stamp set from the October release from Pinkfresh Studio, which is absolutely amazing. It's full of uplifting and encouraging sentiments. So the set is called My Favorite Things to Say. So I've chosen the sentiment, you are capable of amazing things, and I stamped it in Falling for Blue ink from W+9. And so all you have to do is to assemble the card. So I adhere the stamped panel on some foam tape, and I adhere the flower on some foam squares, and our card is ready. And as you have your supplies out, of course, it's always a good thing to make 2 cards right in one sitting. So I made the second card. For the second card, I used Catherine Pooler inks, Tutti Frutti, Tiki Torch, and Tiara. And I stamped the same floral arrangement, and I used the sentiment from My Favorite Things to Say. I stamped it in gray ink, and the sentiment says, difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations, which I think is great. So thank you very much for spending time with me. I hope you like this simple and quick cards. Go check Pinkfresh Studio October release. It is really full of amazing things. Subscribe to the channel. Have a great day and see you again soon. Bye.